Okay, we're starting. AJ, you look weird with glasses on.
I like it.
Let me do it. Let me do it.
It's like a different. But are we all putting on our glasses right now?
It's me.
I'm not gonna keep them
Still
on, but
me. I look horrible.
You know, did I tell y'all that when I went to go get my driver's license, they what's it called? They were like, "Do you wear glasses?" And I was like, no. Took me a while.
AJ!
What?
Did you tell him yes after all?
Whoa, hang on. I was. Oh God, sorry.
not you playing
sound
COD.
amazing, by the way.
No, that wasn't me. It was my phone.
You're playing
Sound
COD.
amazing.
Oh, I'm not playing COD anymore. Okay, I'm sorry. I'm turning it off. Controller
I can
off.
see it in your glasses.
Okay.
man.
Anyways.
Anyways.
So I they were like, do you wear glasses? And I was like, no, because I don't, you know. I mean, I do. I need them, but I don't wear them, you know. And so it took me a while to answer. And then she was like, okay, go ahead and step behind that line, and did the whole little letter thing. Bro, I couldn't read any of what she was saying. I was like, P? Nope. It's a G?
AJ.
Nope. And she's like, okay, you definitely need to go get your eyes checked. And I was like, fuck. Like, she just served me in front of everyone. And I was like, damn it. So then, and I thought when I did that they were going to be like, you can't take your test unless you have glasses. So I was like,
which is weird.
like,
I thought they would have.
No, yeah. And then, so they just told me to get my eyes checked. And then I took the test. And so next time I go, well, I mean, yeah.
So how did the test go, though? It was like easy? You did your thing?
Dude, it was so easy. I don't understand how people fail it.
Was it a guy or a girl?
It was a guy. He's pretty cool.
It was a guy.
Well, actually, I wouldn't say stop. I wouldn't say he was really cool because he didn't really talk to me. I was trying to like start a conversation with him, but no, not start a conversation with him because that's just dumb. You know, you don't really do that when you take your test because he's trying to tell you what to do. And so, but yeah, he's a pretty chill guy. Seemed like a chill dude. Very cool guy.
Okay.
But
nice.
But yeah, it's pretty cool.
I told my mom that you got your license and she was
good. I'm good.
Drink more water, dude. Drink more water. Go ahead.
I told my mom that you got your license and she was very proud of you. She said it's about time, actually.
I hope she says that when I do it too. It's about time.
So proud of you, Joe.
You know, and it's funny because I know a lot of people that drive cars and they don't have their license.
You?
Yeah. Yeah, me. I've been driving probably for like 2 years and I don't have I mean, obviously, but yeah.
Now you do, though.
Now I do. I haven't gotten it yet in the mail, but I will. Right. So
yeah, I know.
Wait, so did you take like a physical test? Not a driving test, but like a writing, like a
No.
Did you go to any classes or anything?
No, I did them all online.
So you did
I did a class. No, it wasn't a class. It was like I had to watch a bunch of videos and it took me about 3 days. I had to watch videos, answer questions, and then I took a test online. I passed it, and then I had to watch a 2-hour. It wasn't a 2-hour video. It was like 4 to 5 videos, and they were all like 25 minutes long about texting and driving. And then I was able to take the test. So like, yeah, I guess, yeah, I didn't take a written test or any classes or anything. Pretty cool and easy, honestly. It was very easy. I could have gotten it sooner, but I was waiting a little bit longer to watch those 2-hour videos. I just don't know why. I never was like, I'll watch them. And then one day I was like, you know what? I'm not doing anything.
You got to think of them as movies.
Oh no. It was so weird. It was so weird because the first video that came up was, this is a story about AJ Velasquez or something. I don't know. He was driving home from San Antonio to Corpus Christi and he got into a car and I was like, this is so weird. Like, this is just, come on. Really? I'm AJ, right?
It hits too close.
That's
to home.
me.
It was so weird. I was like, this is a setup. They're doing this on purpose. And
I think I've watched that same video.
no, yeah, literally all those videos were trying to make you sad and not want to be on your phone when you're driving in the car. That's literally all the videos were about. Don't be on your phone. Don't talk to anyone. Don't do anything stupid when you're driving. That's literally all it is.
I'm just scared to drive.
You know, that's so crazy because apparently it's scientifically proven, not scientifically proven, but it's a fact that it's more dangerous to go. You have a higher risk of dying in a car than in a plane crash, which is really weird because people are very like scared to go on planes because they're like, what if it crashes? Man, I need to turn my ringer off.
You know something that like Matt King tells Zane, like, because Zane is like super scared of like, you know, I mean, obviously he travels a lot, but like he is scared of like dying in a plane crash. And Matt King was like, they are so rare. Like, what makes you think you're so special that you are going to be in the plane that crashes? And I was just like, that's one way of looking at it, I guess. Like,
but
I just feel like that's just so my luck. It's just so my luck for my very first plane ride to just hear like, we're going down. Like, I'm like, of course we are. Like,
I hope we're going down. Where else are we going? Yeah, no.
I'm scared. I'm scared of everything.
So did you guys no, I'm not gonna talk about that.
You know,
that's too sad. That's
like,
too sad.
I feel like if I were ever in a plane crash, I'd be the one to survive. I swear.
I feel like you would be that person. Okay, see, that's when my luck would turn around. Like, my luck is weird. Like, it's terrible, but it's like that kind of situation where, yeah, she was in a plane crash on her first plane ride ever, but she's the only one out of that whole plane that survived. Like, of course. Like
I feel like I've had too many near-death experiences, and I've just like popped out of them, you know? Like one time when we were setting up for DC, they hit with the scaffold in ABH, they hit a speaker that's hanging from the roof, and it started shaking right above me, and everyone was like, Jill, move, and I was like, why? Like, what's going on?
Where?
And I look up, this thing is just shaking back and forth right above me.
Oh no.
And I'm just like, okay, I have a death wish. Like,
God.
Yeah, you know, I saw this thing and it was like saying someone said he was talking to this girl and he was like, hey, like, you should like live your life, you should be grateful or like, you know, feel lucky, you know, because, you know, you didn't die out of all those people that died in the bus or the car crash that happened. And they're like, so there's a reason you're here. Like, God didn't allow you to die for a reason. And then they were like, so does that mean everyone else that died, that they just didn't have a reason to live and stuff and all that? And I was like, holy crap, that's kind of it's kind of like deep. You know what I mean? You know, like when like how you said Jill survives and they're like, dude, you survived. Like, you have a meaning to be here. And it's like, well, then does that mean everyone else that died doesn't? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I feel like saying something like that to someone that's a survivor in any of those cases is low-key messed up to the people that didn't survive.
Right.
So don't do that.
Saying what that guy said to that girl?
Yeah. He was like, dude, you're alive. Like, there's a reason you're here. Otherwise you would have died with them. And then she was like, well, then does that mean like that their lives didn't matter? And it was like, he was just like, shit.
True.
Shit. Maybe they, you know what? You're right.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Speaking
man.
of like near-death experiences, I'm just kidding. Or just scary things in general. Have y'all ever like had like something paranormal happen to you?
No.
Damn,
I feel like I haven't. I feel like I have family members that like they have tons of stories, and I love like when it's like family time and then they just like share all their stories. I love that. And so does Grace, and we can just like be there forever. And I feel like I don't have anything. I feel like if I did, oh my god, I'd be scared out of my mind.
I mean,
Right.
I've definitely had moments where like I've been scared and stuff like that, but I've never had like a moment where I was like, yeah, this is a ghost.
I don't believe in ghosts.
I don't believe in ghosts either. I don't believe in anything.
spirits.
I don't
Yeah.
believe in anything scary. Like
Right.
I love scary. I don't believe in anything scary. That's kind of stupid. I don't get paranoid like that. I'll get like if I go watch a scary movie, I'll get scared, but I won't be like traumatized after. Unless it's like Hereditary. That's a different story because Hereditary is a
Absolutely.
scary
I need to
ass
rewatch that movie.
I
Mm-mm.
promise you, Hereditary, that is the only movie that has made me like scared to go outside in the dark or scared to just go to sleep. Like that is I can
Oh,
watch
yeah.
Insidious, The Conjuring, The Nun, anything like that.
Those
I'll
movies aren't
watch.
scary to me.
They're not scary.
The Conjuring, no.
They're not scary. They're just like
They just have like the cheap scares, like the pop-ups.
yeah,
all that.
pop-ups
Yeah.
and stupid stuff like that. Or they're chasing someone. Like that's not scary. But Hereditary.
I just feel like Hereditary is more realistic because it's like witches.
Oh yeah, that's what
Yeah.
makes
Like
it
it's like
scary.
spiritually. Mm-mm. Like
Yeah.
the ending always makes me like just get goosebumps because just like spiritually it doesn't
Mhm.
sit right with me. And then
Mhm.
okay, so you know that scene, I don't know if you remember Jill, but there's a
I
scene where
probably
he
will,
like
but I don't know.
he looks in like his rearview mirror.
Yeah.
Because okay, did you remember?
I remember the whole movie.
Okay, well
You're just like scared.
I've seen it.
shaking right now?
I've seen the movie like 8 times or I don't know how many times, but it's such a good movie though.
It's beautiful.
Great
Like in
movie.
It's well
Yeah.
done because
in
A24
a
produced
cinematic way, it's beautiful.
Mhm.
Acting's amazing. But Grace, I think Grace went to go see that movie in theaters,
it. Mm-hmm.
and she had to drive home, and she did not want to look in her rearview mirror because it was at night, and it was late at night, and she like I couldn't. Ugh.
Let's see. I'm just kidding. Dude, Eric watched it for the first time with me and Matt at TBI. We were in the dorms, and it was a couple of us watching it. This was like my 4th time watching it because the first time I ever watched it was when I was at Jill's house with y'all.
Yeah.
Right?
And I just don't remember anything, but
Yeah. Anyways. So, Eric, we watched it with Eric, and then Eric had lived in Sheps, so he had to go home. And so me and Matt were like, bro, we'll walk you down and like you can leave. We walked Eric down that long hallway and it was pitch black. It was scary as hell. It was scary. And it was even scary we felt bad for Eric because Eric had to drive on that empty, dark road back to Sheps. And that's hell no, dude. I was scared to walk down the hall, let alone go in a car and getting a car. Hell no.
car out of all things.
No, man.
Oh, okay. This is one thing I wanted to bring up because I've like heard like people talk about it a lot recently, but how like the government is gonna like basically like announce like aliens are real and stuff like in June.
If they do, bro, I'm gonna be like, yep, we knew that.
Wait,
Right.
where did you hear that from?
I feel like they talked about it on Unfiltered, that podcast, but then they also talked about it like on another podcast. But yeah, like, and
Is that
like,
real? Like,
I
is that a
think
for real
so.
thing?
I think so because they're even like changing. Because you know how whenever you think of the word like UFO, you think like aliens.
Yeah.
Well, they're changing that. What is that, like an acronym?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay, they're
unidentified
changing.
flying objects.
Yeah, they're changing it to like another word, so it's like a little bit longer. But like, so basically, they won't be referred to as UFOs. Like they're gonna be referred to as something else for like the public to take it better. Because I don't know, I guess like what's the word? Like I guess it's just kind of like studied that like if it like the name gets like longer, like it's just like less scary. I don't know how to explain it because they explained it really well in the other
No,
podcast.
yeah.
Are you saying they're trying to take that acronym away from aliens.
But yeah,
What they're trying to do,
they're gonna be talking about aliens, but give it a different acronym so it's less
Yeah.
scary because it'll be new.
Mhm.
And because like you're gonna say like UFO and everyone's gonna like freak.
Yeah, so they're trying to add more to that acronym for it to not be scary. That's
Yeah,
what
so
she
it's not
said.
so it's like a less
But
heavy.
that I don't know. I feel like that just makes no sense. Yes, that is true. You hear UFO, it's even you can
Alien.
look up UFO and it's just it's all about aliens. But I mean, unidentified flying objects, that's like yes, it could be aliens, it could be anything, but I
Right.
mean, that's what aliens are too.
But
Like
yeah,
aliens are things that aren't among us, like you know,
Right.
they don't live here on Earth. So it's like
yeah,
if it's
but basically
unidentified.
they're gonna be getting acknowledged very soon in like June or something.
I mean, I believe aliens are real. I don't think
I
aliens aren't
believe
real.
there is like a different being out there because, like, hello, we're an Earth among dozens of billions of Milky Ways out there.
Yeah.
That blows my mind.
We're one planet in one Milky Way.
Yeah, I know. And we're like this small compared to everything,
Yeah.
which is even scarier. And you know, a lot of people I like when people bring that up because people like hear that and they're like, bro, and I'm worried about like
Debt.
yeah, like I'm
Yeah,
worried about
just, like-
money. And it's like, bro, we're literally on a spinning rock in the middle of nowhere. Like it nothing makes sense. So it's
Yeah.
like, I mean, it makes sense, but you know, it's come on.
Right.
You know, we
And
live
we're
and we die.
paying taxes.
Yeah.
Are you kidding?
I watched this was years ago and I barely remember any of the details, but I watched this like I guess it was like a documentary on how I don't even remember when this takes place, but it was a long time ago whenever I guess this guy was like I guess acting like it was like a whole little like show if you will, but on the radio. Like I don't know, I think there might have been television, but I know he did his little show on the radio and he would continue his like story and stuff, but it was basically about like aliens coming and he like everything was a part of his show. Like he would get I think he would act like the newscaster was cutting off and like just talking about aliens coming. Like it was like this whole thing, but it was like I don't know when this took place, but people would tune in thinking it was real and just like people were going like nuts. Like people were going crazy. Some people even killed themselves because they thought aliens were actually coming and like just like they thought it was this whole thing. And I've always remembered that like I think I watched it with my parents, but it was just mind blowing that people like tuned in thinking it was real when it was just like a story on the radio. And like people, I guess, were trying to like leave and like some people killed themselves. Like it was just like a whole thing.
Have you ever seen the Fourth Kind?
I don't think so.
Yes. A
Dude,
long time ago.
No, yeah. I mean, you watch it now, it's probably very cringy and stuff, which it is, but it trips you out a little bit when you watch it.
Yeah.
It kind of freaks you out a little bit because it's kind of scary.
I think that's like one of the first like alien movies that I've seen.
Oh yeah, and it wasn't just like any ordinary alien movies. Like that thing was like
it was
like
yeah, I know
you could watch it and be like, I could see that being true with this stuff, even though it wasn't, but like that's still crazy. And so like I don't know, like I mean, I believe aliens are real, but I think aliens aren't what we think they are. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no, for
Right.
sure.
Like obviously there's other things out there. Like
it's the
they found
same-
life on
It's the same as like mermaids too. Like
I used to think mermaids were real.
dude, no, I do. I believe, dude. I believe.
There's
Well, I
so
mean-
much of the ocean we haven't
Dude,
seen.
yes.
It flips me out. I hate
That is
it.
so scary, dude. to
Yeah,
think.
like yeah, we haven't even we've discovered more of the galaxy than we have our own ocean, which is insane.
dude, that's crazy to even think about. And there's still
But that
more
just
like
has to deal with water pressure and all that stuff. Like
right.
there's still like more to explore, even like in outer space too, though.
oh yeah,
Yeah.
And it's
Interstellar, great movie.
Crazy. Um,
Oh yeah.
what was I gonna say? You know how like there's like these stories that people have that go down from generation to generation. Like
Mhm.
they had to have started somewhere, you know? Like when people talk about the Mexican, like the lechuza, you know,
Oh
and
yeah,
people are
yeah.
like, never seen it, don't believe it. And it's like, people from Mexico have seen it, obviously, because like,
Right. It started somewhere.
where did this folk tale come from, you know?
Yeah. And you can't
I
believe it until you see it personally or you
I
have like
think
factual stuff.
Yeah.
I think there's like another like documentary thing that I've seen, but it was like these drawings like in caves, and it's like
Yeah.
stuff like coming from the sky, like alien related.
Hmm.
And so that stuff just blows my mind.
Yeah, and like how like they're still discovering stuff from like the ancient times. And it's just all these drawings that are on the wall, like the alien thing. But there's just like even more of like pharaohs and like I don't know if you guys have seen that thing about like that giant snake. It's like supposed to be real or
I mean,
SpongeBob.
something. It's like a huge snake that like just vanished out of nowhere. And there's like photos online that I've seen. I don't know if they're Photoshop or fake or anything, but they're like
Mhm.
giant mountains that resemble like things. And they just like look so real. But I don't know if they're real or not. Like they could be fake. But it's just
yeah.
like the
Never heard of that.
creepiest thing to see. Like,
That's so crazy.
A lot of that stuff makes you just honestly it like when people hear about those things or you hear about it, it makes you just have a different perspective on
on history.
life.
Yeah.
Well, that too, but life in general, like every day is history, but it's also like I don't know, like whenever I hear talk about aliens or I
Wait,
talk about stuff like
That
every
that.
day
reminded
is
me of something
history.
like something Cameron would tell us, and we'd be like, "Dang, every day is history." Like,
Yeah. I mean, it's true. Like
Yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
we don't know what's gonna happen tomorrow. We don't know what's gonna happen in a week, a year. We can have scheduled plans and stuff, but we don't know, you know? So it's just like it makes you think like it just makes you think. I mean,
you know, Cameron said this one thing that like I think about from time to time. Like, dang, that's crazy. But he was like, "Your future self, like you 5 years from now, is thinking about you right now."
oh
And I'm
yeah.
just like, oh, like that. Just
You
give
know
me
what? I don't want to think
butterflies.
about my future right now.
Okay.
Yeah. See, but I think a lot of people trip about the future though too, you know? Like uh and you see all those quotes and everything online and everything. It's like, stay live in the moment, like don't worry about the future and stuff. And how do you guys take that? Like do you worry about the future and everything or do you let that affect you or
Do you know who I
does that have a
am?
big toll on you?
I literally cried for hours about something that won't even happen for another month.
I
But
guess it really just depends on the person.
yeah, it really does. I mean, there's like random stuff I'll worry about that probably nobody ever worry. Like I'm worried about my kids right now that I don't even have yet. And
Yeah.
that's just how my brain works though.
Yeah, sometimes I think
Yeah.
about like my life in a couple of years, and it's like
Yeah.
when um basically 2020 started and it's like a whole new decade, you know?
Mhm.
When it first like January 1st, I woke up and I was like, I'm gonna have to get married within this decade. Or I'm gonna have to find somebody within this decade, you know? And it's like, where do I find this person? First of all, like,
Yeah.
do they just like pop up out of nowhere? Like, I have to do something within like these 10 years if I want to be in a relationship before I'm 30. Before I am 30.
Right.
And I don't know
I
because
just
like I
want to
look at
have
my
kids.
parents.
You just don't know, man. It's
I just want
crazy.
to have kids before I'm 30, which means I'm gonna have to find someone before I'm 30, which I'm like much less concerned about getting a husband. Like I just want the kids part. But
You know what I thought I think is crazy is like we have lived our whole life and to us 10 years ago I
you
was
were
11
10.
years old.
Yeah,
I
I was
was 11.
10. You were? Oh
10 years
yeah,
ago I
yeah,
was
yeah, yeah.
11.
It's
I was in middle
2021.
school. Actually, wait. No, I think I was in
You were
elementary.
10. You were 10, AJ.
You were 10
I was
still, AJ.
okay. Yeah, I was
You're
10. My
about
bad.
to be 11.
Sorry.
It's okay.
A month
No, dude,
off.
don't even apologize.
Yeah, but you get what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
we've I don't know. I was thinking about it the other day. I was talking to someone about it, but I was like, the fact that we look back only 10 years ago and we were 11 and we are where we are now. We're in our 20s. We're starting our 20s. Just imagine where you're going to be 10 years from now.
I don't want to.
I
And
turn
then you're
21 soon.
And then you're going to look back 10 years and you're going to be like, man, I was 21. I'm not 31. I was 21. And you'd be like, I didn't have a car back then. I lived with my parents or my family, and now I live by myself. I have kids. That's crazy. You know what I mean?
So much can happen.
Oh, so much happened in 2020. What the hell?
In 1 year. Yeah, so much can happen in 1 year.
I think 2020 just caused the world to just, I don't know. 2020 was honestly a horrible, but
It just feels different.
yeah, it was crazy, honestly.
I wonder how it would be if COVID never happened. And because we just got out of TBI.
Okay, if COVID never happened, Jill, what do you think would be different for you?
She wouldn't have gotten
Not for me.
vaccinated.
AJ, don't bring up the vaccination, please.
Sorry.
Honestly, I'd probably be outside more.
Yeah.
Cause like I know when COVID first no dude, when COVID started, like my parents were like, no, Jill, you can't go outside. Like they were very strict on that because it's obviously a big deal when it first began.
Right.
And like I didn't really hang out with a lot of people and I still don't now. But like I don't know. I just feel like yeah. To be honest, if COVID didn't happen, I probably would have gotten a job earlier than I did. And I probably would have moved out.
If COVID didn't happen?
Yeah, if COVID didn't happen, where do you think you'd be right now?
Shoot, I don't know. I mean, probably the same. I don't think it really. COVID wasn't that much of a I probably would have just seen everyone more. I mean, I think that's the same thing for everyone, though.
Yeah.
I don't think COVID had that much of an impact on everyone's life unless like you lost someone, you know. Sorry. Right. But like I don't think it was that much of a I'd be somewhere different. I don't think it was that much of a life changer rather than just like I would have been able to hang out with my friends and everything.
I genuinely think I would have been at BMI right now.
Okay, well that's different, I guess you could say.
Yeah.
Because people would have done DC and stuff. Which I wouldn't have gotten accepted. I would have just like done summer and then most likely would have gotten on staff after that.
Yeah, because you did have a lot for 2021. Be there right now.
I did.
You were like, you were so ready.
2020 was like planned out. Like
I think the main thing that it kind of had a toll on was like my mental health.
Yeah.
Because like when it first began, I was like, oh God, yeah, I get to stay home. And then when it got closer to like December, dude, I was losing it. I was like, oh no, I'm still at home. Like
I'll tell you what,
it was
I definitely wouldn't have put on like 60 pounds, that's for sure.
Think so?
So oh yeah, for sure, man. Me and Brian and Matt would stay at home and just play on the Xbox all night. Cause like that was just the thing. So it's like
right.
Yeah.
That I think it's crazy that we just lived through a freaking demic, you know? Like that
demic.
Like
this is what we're gonna tell our kids.
Our shelves, our grocery shelves, empty. The craft sections, empty. Like that's just insane. Like everyone was literally just in their homes. Like
yeah.
Some people liked it, some people didn't.
I remember when they announced like quarantine, I went to HEB the next day with my family. Nothing. I was like, how am I supposed to wipe my butt? Like, there is no toilet paper.
That was crazy. Yeah. I remember AJ and Brian were here like literally once everything shut down. And I remember, like, I love this video that Grace has of Brian because it's like him with the grocery cart and all the shelves are empty. And he goes, "Oh shit!" And it's so funny. It's my favorite.
Yeah.
It was like literally right when things were happening.
We need to
And
bring Brian on the podcast.
they hadn't made masks like
mandatory yet.
Mandatory like that.
Yeah.
Because people were still walking around without masks.
Mm-hmm. That's crazy. And now everybody wears one pretty much.
It is, and it's very weird to think. I even think about it sometimes too. I'm like, wow, like it's crazy how much it changed just like that. Like now you have to wear a mask. Like it's weird.
They didn't
And then
like require masks for a while. Like me and
they
Eric
didn't.
went with you for a long. Like I want to say it wasn't even until like June.
It wasn't until like closer to after summer.
Yeah. Because me and Eric for a long time were going like anywhere without a mask, and then it became mandatory, and we're like, dang it. I just didn't want to wear one, to be quite honest. I'm very insecure to begin with, so I was like, me with a mask, like, are you kidding? But everyone's wearing one, so like no one's gonna think anything.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah,
it's crazy. Back to the alien thing. Imagine if we got an alien on our podcast.
Imagine we're so comfortable with them.
Yeah, I know. We have to learn his language. He's like
what?
I don't know. He's got antennas.
There's so many questions I have.
Oh yeah, imagine having a he's like, you guys really drive? Like what? We freaking fly everywhere.
6'4" alien. Like what? Like I don't know. Do they have health issues? I don't know.
They have different names for everything because that's where they're from, and we have different names for
about like mental health like we are. I don't know.
Yeah. Are there any a part of the LGBTQ?
Right.
There's like aliens that are against non-antennas.
Non-antennas.
I know.
Oh,
you got 3 antennas. God.
You got an extra one?
Like, what are your pronouns?
Dude, I heard Ricky has an antenna on his back.
Ew, dude.
Idiot. Oh God. Imagine him getting into his XRZ in the morning. God.
XRZ?
God. Dude, I heard that other guy back there that he drives a freaking I don't know. They just have different names for everything. That's their universe.
Imagine we become comfortable with aliens. Do you think there would be people like against like humans and aliens, like, you know, mix like
you're dating an alien?
Yeah, like there has to be like no, like you can't.
I would definitely definitely love to see
discrimination against aliens. Like we can't have that. We can't.
Segregation? Like, are you kidding?
We won't.
I'm sorry, man. If I got an alien best friend, I'm gonna have an alien best friend. That's all I gotta say.
Imagine that.
Just like Jill.
I know, in the alien world, there's another version of you just with antennas or something.
All I gotta say is that alien better be 6 feet. I want them to be tall, okay?
Nah, I wouldn't want them to be tall. Hell no. I wish they were small. I feel like if there were small little versions of us, it'd be more funnier and cooler.
What if they look like those little, like, that orange, like, little fur ball from, like, Chicken Little?
Oh, my God. Right? Is that how he sounds? What kind of noises does he make? I forgot what he sounds like. I love Chicken Little.
I would kick you like a soccer ball, not gonna lie.
You have to, there's a, the what? What did he say? You have to, the what?
What?
It was in the movie.
Oh yeah, I know. I know.
The guy with the flashcards.
Oh yeah, yeah.
He has all the flashcards.
I want to talk more about like paranormal stuff, but I don't really know like what to talk about.
Well, we can talk more about like ooh. I was listening to a podcast because I listen to Joe Rogan's podcast all the time when I'm at work.
Mm-hmm.
So he was talking to Elon Musk, and I love Elon Musk. Awesome guy.
He's all right.
He believes that we would be able to transport to Mars in like the next 10 years.
Oh yeah, I know.
And
That's
he was
crazy.
like, would you go live on Mars? And he was like, hell yeah, why not? Like, why wouldn't you want to go live on Mars? He's like,
Oxygen.
he's like, Earth sucks. Like, it's boring. Like, I want
True.
something new. Would you want to go live on Mars?
No,
you think
that's
you-
scary.
But imagine just imagine, like, sometimes I think about that too. Imagine being on Mars or just not on Earth. And you're looking at Earth, like, you're just like, wow, like,
That
is
is scary.
it scary? What about the moon?
Dude.
Would you go to the moon?
No. Look,
I'm
it's
not
gonna
leaving
take
my room, AJ.
it's gonna take so long to travel up there too. Unless it's like some
Yeah.
sort of like fast travel, you know? But like
Oh, well, that's what they're working on and stuff. I know it
That
takes
is
like
just-
6 months to get to the
but
moon.
like astronauts
No, that's not
do
true.
that for a living. They go
Is it
out
true?
to space and they live there. AJ, shut up. If you don't know anything, don't say anything.
Is it true? I mean, I'm asking you. You're the one with the computer. Look it up.
The
I can do
attitude.
that. Anyways,
Jamie, you look that up for me? Can you check that?
editor, can you please? What was he saying? Dude, astronauts live in freaking space for like however long they need.
If like, you know, one of us, if you got chosen to like go like on this one-way trip, would you go?
One way?
Wait, well, where
Yeah,
to?
one way. You're not
where?
coming back. Let's say you're going to
But-
Mars.
No,
No, I wouldn't. No.
not Mars, dude. I would want to
It
come back
depends.
home.
It depends. It depends like what's on stake. Like, is the Earth gonna die in like a couple years or
Well,
something?
No, 'cause there's people that have done like stuff like that. Like they will like, you know, people have signed up like one-way trip to Mars. Like you are getting sent to Mars. Because obviously it takes time. So like, we're sending your ass now. But
Imagine it
those-
was like
Those
I was gonna
people are
say-
just like crazy, dude.
yeah.
but do you okay,
Imagine
here's my question. Let's say I go.
What are you at AJ?
Let's say
Go
I took
ahead.
one for the team. Let's say I took one for the team. I'm like, okay, I'm going.
Pierre, you would not go.
I wouldn't. But let's say I went. Do you think if I reached out to Ariana Grande, I'm like, listen, I'm going on this one-way trip. I'm gonna be listening to like a lot of the same music for like the rest of my life. Like, do you mind just making an album for me? Like, I'm gonna be in space. You think she would do it? Or any artist?
probably not.
I don't know.
No.
It's kind of
I'm
hard
gonna-
to get like a hold of artists.
Yeah.
So
But I mean, if I'm working with the government
Well, then that's a different story.
and NASA,
hey NASA, can you give me Ariana
Sierra in a
Grande's number
freaking
now?
astronaut suit.
She's like, yes, I'll make you an album. You have to do a music video for one of the songs though on
Yo.
Mars.
Dude, do you remember that one Wizards of Waverly Place episode where they have to go destroy the asteroid and like Justin gets stuck?
dude, that was emotional for me.
That was very emotional. That was scary.
How
was
she turns into a
traumatizing.
starfish. She turned him into a starfish. Save him.
Imagine that, dude. Imagine if like but okay, let's throw that in there. Imagine if being able to go to Mars is optional and they're like, hey, a huge asteroid's coming to Earth. We don't know if we're gonna be able to destroy it, or we don't know if it's gonna, go somewhere else. It's up to you if you want to stay or if you want to go. But you have like a good like 6 months to decide.
Go where?
I'll
To
take one
Mars?
for the team.
To Mars.
I'll take one for the team and stay here.
If it's quick,
Shoot.
if it's quick,
If I'm out of here,
stay.
I'm out of here.
I always got scared. Well, I wasn't always scared, but I remember I would always be. I think those are the things I like fear about is how the world. I don't think the world will end. I think time alone will just end itself. Or not
Jared,
necessarily
you-
time. No,
Or it's
well,
like-
okay, no, yeah, I mean time. Actually, yeah, I think the thing that like freaks me out to think about is like, there's going to be a day where there is literally nothing. Like there is absolutely nothing. Me and Matt were watching this time lapse of Into the Future, and it goes like every second it's going 1,000 years, and it starts now 2020. It was at 2010. It's going. So then it was like a billion years later, the Earth is like crumbled, it's destroyed, and then it's like the sun dies, and then all the stars start dying. All of like every like molecule, everything is just dying. Everything is just being destroyed, and then it gets down to zero. Like no elements, nothing. It's just zero. Like there's going to be nothing. Does that make sense? Like black dwarfs, no sunlight, no nothing. It's going to be zero. And
then
like that's how
what?
the video ended. Like it was just like literally no atoms, no
So it's like
like
that's the
cells.
same. Is that the same for like every other Milky Way, or is it just ours?
It was saying like I think it was just our galaxy. I don't know. I forgot how the video ended. We should probably watch it together. But I mean, it's a very trippy video to watch because it's like, yeah, that's not gonna happen for another like fudge. Literally goes into the future like
The thing
billions
that
of
freaks
years.
me out is like the rapture. You know how everybody talks about the rapture and stuff like that. Like, do you think that's gonna happen or no? You just think it's gonna be time that takes its toll?
Like in our time, or do you think?
No, well, not in our time.
Are you asking like, do I?
Do you
I
think
don't
the
think it will happen
rapture
in
is
our
what's
time.
gonna? You don't think it's gonna happen?
In our time, no.
No, not in our time. Like just in general. Like
In general,
you think that's what's gonna take out the Earth?
I don't know. I feel like the way the Earth will end is maybe natural disasters, like an asteroid or freaking earthquake, like kind of like 2012, something like that, or everyone's just gonna turn on each other. Like it's just gonna become survival of the fittest, kind of like The Walking Dead, but without zombies. Like it's just everyone
So like the
is
Hunger
there's
Games.
no because they're because big no. I feel like it'll just be
Yeah, that's
nothing.
like a competition.
Yeah, that's like you still have your
you're saying
districts. You still
survival
have
of the
people.
fittest though. Yeah, well, Hunger Games without like the district and all of that, like the competition.
Right.
Yeah, like there's no democracy, there's no capital, there's no government, there's no nothing. It's just you just survive.
Okay, speaking of government, what would you like think America, you know how people say like we don't need cops or anything?
Mm-hmm.
How do you think America would be like that?
It would be terrible. Without cops?
There wouldn't be any order.
Yeah,
without law, yeah. Just well, without law, that's the reason we have like boundaries. I mean, if there wasn't any law, I think anyone and everyone would be taking whatever they want if it's not a problem.
Right.
And it's crazy to think that sometimes I think about that. It's like we were given those laws and everything, and we were taught that it's wrong to go into a store and steal it. But what happens when it becomes okay to do that?
Right.
So that's weird to think of.
Yeah.
Is that a sin if I do that, or is it?
Well, I think it would be different if there was no law. Like if there was no like cops or anything to tell you what to do, then it would obviously be different because you're not. I mean, yes, you're taking from the store, but like,
what are they gonna do about it?
Yeah, it's like, well, yeah, what are you gonna do about it? Nothing.
I guess you're right. I guess you are right. Just...
But I don't know.
Yeah.
I feel like
that's another thing that's scary. I mean,
like how people were just like, yeah, we don't need cops. We should have a world without cops.
No, that's
like
dumb.
yeah, sure, there are some cops that are assholes, but like,
oh yeah, 100%.
They're just following their code, you know.
Yeah.
But
yeah, like the other day I went into some guy was trying to buy alcohol, and he had his buddy with him, and I was like, all right, I need to see your ID. And he was like, oh, okay, here it is, show me his ID. And I was like, okay, can I see your ID now? And then the other guy was like, huh? And then he's like, wait, he has to show you his ID too? And I go, yeah. And he was like, what if he's just with me though? I was like, it doesn't matter, I need to see his ID because you're buying all this alcohol. He bought like 24, like a lot of alcohol.
Right.
And I was like, yeah, I need to see his ID. Like he's with you, bro. Like it doesn't matter. It's our code. It's what we have to do. It's not me.
Yeah.
I'm not being an asshole.
Right.
But I mean, like, just give me your ID. And he was like, all right, hey, bro, just go wait outside. And I go, it doesn't work like that, dude. I can't sell you the alcohol Even if he goes
Yeah.
outside, I saw you with him. No,
Right.
he just was just like, even if he doesn't go outside, yes. He goes, that's effing bullshit. Just walks out, all mad. Why bring him
Yeah.
in? I think that's just common sense, though. I'm not gonna go into a store with someone that's under 21 and buy alcohol.
Yeah.
I didn't know that was
Yeah.
a thing for like a year ago ish.
I'm just kidding, man. I'm just kidding.
We're not
That was a
laughing about
joke.
that. We're not laughing about that.
That was a joke. That was a
What
joke.
was it though?
No,
Nothing.
nothing. I just thought that was
Right.
funny.
I didn't know that was a thing until like a year ago, and I didn't think Selena knew that was a thing either because we have a place called, I forgot what it's called, but it's like a wine place.
It's
I
called
went
buy
with it.
alcohol with your underage drinkers.
It's called Total Wine. There's literally nothing but like wine and alcohol there.
Oh, the big one by PetSmart
Yeah,
or
yeah.
whatever? Yeah.
Yeah, and so she was like, I think we were running errands, and she wanted to get some wine, so I went with her. We were looking all over the store. She finally finds something she wants, and she's going to pay. So I asked for her ID. She gave it to them, and they're like, "Okay, yours." And I was like, "Oh, I'm just here." You know, like, well, we still need to see yours. I was like, "Okay, well, like, I just straight up told them, like, well, I'm 19." I think I was like either 19 or 20. I was like, well, I'm 19, and they're like, okay, then we can't sell it. And Selena was so mad too, and I think
Yeah.
we just went back later on and like went without me. But
Yeah,
Mhm.
it's a thing. I don't know.
Yeah,
People get
unless
pissed
they're
off
like
about it, but I mean,
unless they're noticeably like small, like kids, like obviously you can go in with
Mhm.
the kids.
yeah,
But when you have adults with you, they will more than likely ask for your ID.
yeah.
Which is crazy because I remember being 18 and being able to like be there with my parents while they're buying like alcohol and stuff. And all I had to do was show them my ID and they're like, "Oh, you're 18, so you're not obviously like, you know." But that's
Right.
because like the age limit for buying like cigarettes or buying like vapes or whatever was 18. And then they
Yeah.
upped it to 21.
There's even they put where we have to ID the students if they're buying like Sharpies or any. I think like what else are they buying?
Really?
Like some certain type of medicines. Yeah, we have to ID them.
What the hell?
Yeah, it's weird. It's crazy.
Yeah.
People will buy
That's
Sharpies and they're like, "What the hell? I have to check my ID." Like, yeah.
wait, that they've never ID'd me at my Walmart.
Probably just mine. I don't know. It's weird.
Oh.
Lucky you.
I can buy Sharpies all I
Anyways,
want.
yeah. Back to all that crazy nonsense. That's a fear of mine. I
What?
wouldn't want the world to end like that.
The rapture?
Survival of the fittest, and just
Oh.
like people turning against each other. Which, like,
I would.
you want that?
No, I don't want that.
Sierra, I was driving around after I got out of the gym, and I was like, man, I could totally survive in the zombie apocalypse.
Yeah, there's
I
nothing
feel like
there.
I just feel like if it was the Walking Dead zombies, it would just be so easy. If you died, I feel like you'd just be a loser.
Okay.
Loser.
The other day, whenever I shared about my crazy day with like the fire and like my neighbor's car getting hit, when my neighbors just jumped in their car and like chased that guy down, I think that's when I was like, all right, maybe I can do the apocalypse with these guys. Like we all seem like a pretty solid group. This little area right here, but just like the end of the street, not everybody else.
Yeah.
But that sometimes I think about that, and then okay, you know, Jill, our spot that we go look at the stars.
Yeah.
Well, me, Grace, Eric, and Matt have been like, if something ever happens, like something serious, we meet here at County Road 55A. And we've all been like, yeah, a whole ass pandemic hits. We don't even meet there. Like, I mean, obviously we don't need to, but we're like, we had a whole pandemic hit and we didn't even meet where we said we'd meet. But we always make jokes that we're like, okay, we're gonna meet here, and it's like we're gonna meet here and have no plan because like our only plan is to meet there, and that's it. But I always
imagine, because I remember talking about this with Grace, and she was like, "AJ, if there was a zombie apocalypse, just go live your life." She said, "Don't even try to find me. Just live your life." And I was like, "Huh?" And so, like, how would you guys handle not being like me? Y'all, like, I wouldn't see y'all. Like,
I'd
are
always
you
wonder.
are you know what I mean? Like, you're not gonna be able to see any of the people that don't live near you or anything. So it's like you're just gonna have to just either search for them
Move
or
on.
wonder. Yeah, like, man, I wonder if Jade is still alive. She probably got
That would
eaten.
suck.
Jada would
Yeah.
probably get eaten, honestly. She doesn't seem like she could hold her own. Yeah,
If you were
Jada
Jordan, it'd be her.
sucks. I'm just kidding.
You're just trash talking.
Honestly,
Jada.
I feel like
I
Jada
know.
will outlive like you, AJ.
Okay.
You would live
Why?
out. You would outlive AJ.
No,
She said Jada would outlive me.
Jada?
How would Jada?
Yeah.
She lives in probably the most populated city in this state.
I just know. She seems like that
Hmm.
type of girl who has like her stuff, like in
He just
line.
seems like that character that would just be like in the beginning, but then just become like this total badass. Like,
Yeah. She just gives that vibe,
I love her. That's my kid. I did that.
I'd kill her. I'm just kidding.
I feel like I definitely would outlive some people. Just because I have like street smarts, I guess.
Right.
Because of like where I grew up and whatnot. So I don't know. I feel like I'd have a good shot at like living in that.
Could you
scenario.
imagine having to kill a loved one if they like got bit and stuff, or having to leave them behind?
No.
It would be sad.
I can't.
I
I don't want
know.
to.
I think it would be like sad, obviously, because like they're your family. Or
Yeah.
they're
I would
like
hate-
whatever.
I would hate to kill them, but at the same time, I feel like I would hate it even more to just like leave them alive somewhere while they're like,
They're just still
Right.
dying. Like, this sucks.
Yeah, and like
Why am I not dead yet?
if they're suffering, you obviously want to put them out of their misery. So
would you be able to kill yourself if you got bit?
yeah.
Oh,
God, I
man.
answered that too quickly.
That was a little fast.
I know, right?
Dude, I just see, look, I'd rather kill myself than have somebody kill me. Like, I don't want them to go through that,
I feel
Yeah.
like it'd be kind of easy for me to just pull a trigger. And I could be so wrong.
I would
So
definitely
it's just like a split second.
kill myself because I wouldn't want someone to see me walk around as a zombie. Then that's just humiliating.
Yeah. Yeah,
Like,
you look stupid.
AJ got turned into a zombie. Are you serious? Look
He
at
said
him.
he'd
Look,
outlive us.
look at that idiot walking over there. Look at him. Look.
AJ, I'd kill you.
Eating a dead raccoon over
Imagine
there.
us three having to survive the apocalypse on our own. Just us three.
Oh my god.
We're still
Honestly,
making a
Me-
podcast.
I feel
Me
like
and
I'd be the
Jill would be trying to
No,
to like make decisions, and Jill would be like, I don't think we should do that. And I'd be like, well, I think we should go over here. And
honestly,
you're like,
I
I
think
feel like I'm
that
getting
wait,
anxious.
okay, wait. Sierra, who would you give the decision making to?
I don't know. It would really depend on the situation.
yeah,
Okay.
I feel
Really
like
have to.
Let's come up with
yeah.
this scenario. Okay,
Okay.
we're tied between going left and right on a railroad because we're following a railroad track, okay?
Okay.
And I say we go left because it'll lead us like somewhere else. And AJ says we'd go right, and he has no idea why he chose right.
Well, that's different. You're putting me in a situation that obviously I'm wrong. What the hell?
Because I want Sierra to choose me.
I would tell her, I would be like, hey, Sierra, you know the right way is the right way to go. And that's the only way to go.
No, I don't really know a scenario. I just,
Right. No, it would really depend on what we're dealing with. I just can't. Just imagine us three just traveling.
We got our little backpacks on.
Yeah.
How far out?
Killing zombies.
About 40 days.
Uh,
That's how it felt when the power went out
Passing-
at TBI. We
Passing
were
a
like,
water jug to each other.
I know, right? Only a couple sips.
yeah,
Yo.
AJ would probably drink it all. Are you kidding? You remember
I
him
just
at
start drinking it,
TBI,
and you're like,
Sierra?
hey! And I'm like, oh, fuck off.
Him at TBI at DC, him drinking your water. Are you kidding? He would chug it. He would
Dude.
chug it.
Honestly, this bottle's been
Yeah.
It
It
has
has.
been
Like,
around.
But AJ would waterfall.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
always
but he'd still
waterfall. I
drink the
waterfall
majority.
even with like cans or everything. The only thing I put my mouth on is if I know I'm gonna be the only one drinking it. Then that's different. But even with canned sodas or just anything canned, I always waterfall it. I don't know why. I don't like putting my lips on it. It just feels weird.
Yeah,
But
actually, Jill, for the first time, the last time AJ was here, he bit from the same spot I bit from. That was the first time he ever
Ew.
done that.
oh,
That
very
was
true.
very new for him.
I wouldn't
You act like you've
that's
never
also
kissed
another.
before.
Hey.
I know. We kissed AJ.
We all have kissed, all of us.
I don't remember that.
So embarrassing.
Jill definitely does.
No.
We're not gonna talk about that on here. Anyways.
I lost my memory after DC.
Oh man. Honestly, I would love to do DC only to just lose weight and get darker.
Same.
Yeah, that's like a half the reason I wanted to go back.
I miss being tan.
Dude. It was nice. I didn't like the slavery work, honestly.
All right.
Imagine if we got paid by the hour, bro. Holy crap.
Getting bit
You
by
know-
ants. Yeah.
No. Hear me out. I can work 2 days, 6-hour shifts, and make about $250.
Mhm.
Right?
Dude, we
I-
could have made bank.
We got two. Wait. We should. I don't think we could talk. Oh, can we? Can we talk about this?
Let's not say like specific, but dude, we could have been making bank.
Oh,
If
I
we-
did the
100%.
calculation.
Even if we
I
were
did the
working $5 an hour.
Oh my god, dude! If we worked minimum wage, I did the calculations for my hours. In 2 months, I would have easily made over $6,000.
Oh my
Dude,
god.
I would work from 8 in the
Everyone-
morning. No, not even 7:30 in the morning to like 11 at night or 12 sometimes.
That's so true. And you know what sucks too? Thinking about it, there was never a freaking, you go to work and you have a time clock in. You clock in or you tell
Yeah.
someone I'm here for work. There was none of that
Yeah, there's none of that.
there. You literally just are there and you work and they pay you. Like, I mean,
would-
yes,
They
you're
bless
there.
you.
We were there for the right reason. You're there for the right reason. It's a great time. It's an awesome time. But like, don't go there for the money. I'll tell you that. Because you're not gonna
we knew what we were getting ourselves into anyways.
Oh,
'cause-
absolutely.
100%. I mean, none of us were there like I want
For-
money, so
Yeah, no.
it was like-
We were there for
because-
the experience.
oh yeah, and it was a
And
great
we got
experience.
one. Yeah,
we
well,
did.
yeah,
it
we
was
got
We
one.
got one.
it was awesome. It was great.
Oh, yeah,
It was great. But
I was
but
ready to do it again.
Yeah. But like obviously we're talking about like if we did like get paid.
Logistically, like
Yeah.
logic, like thinking
If like
about
if it was an actual job and not something that we wanted
Yeah.
like we wanted to be
Mhm.
there because like an experience
Yeah.
or doing something for children, you know.
Right.
yeah. Like
Yeah.
if I had money and I was rich, sure, I would do it again. But if I needed money, nah. It
Look,
was just
from the humblest from being humble, I enjoyed it. Never again though.
100%.
Don't do it again.
Yeah.
For me, if to do it again for me, it would be definitely
For me,
No,
like
for
8
me,
times.
sorry. It would definitely be like I would like to know that everyone's going back. And for the people that are like, oh, you don't go just for your friends, that's what makes it so fun.
Mhm.
To have
Okay.
people that you enjoy working with.
Yes, I would love to have everyone. If I could make everyone that was there when we did it back there, awesome. I would do it again.
Mhm.
So that and get more money.
Dude.
Then I'll do it again.
Okay. Excuse
Actually,
the
no,
money.
not the money, not the money. Basically,
Right.
if it was like everyone went back and I didn't need money, then that would be different for me.
Dude, the amount of staff we had, the way we did the thing, we like, oh
We
my
could have
gosh,
easily-
it was so crazy.
We could have easily, like, if someone really wanted to take over, they could have.
Mhm.
Like, they could have.
Yeah. There was
There
like
was-
50 of us.
There was like 60 to 70 of us.
Bro, the
against
interns
900.
could have taken over.
Oh,
Dude,
absolutely.
that
Remember that one
time,
time there was like a camp where we only had 4 interns total.
dude, it was.
And
Oh my
it
God.
was like a 900 kids camp, and I was like, this sucks because I already know like the kitchen's getting all of them.
Mhm.
I didn't like that the interns were like very limited. Like whenever we had to do dorm cleanup, they were there for like 10 minutes and then they left.
Oh yeah.
I hated
Was
that.
it like that when you were an intern?
Yeah. When I was
Really?
an intern, they had me just freaking clean the beds and then all right, you guys are going over here to do life group or something. I don't know.
I hated dorm cleanup.
I disliked the part that the leaders of DCX had to go. Like honestly, those kids would have been fine like learning from just Miss Grace, you know? Like what was the point of having their leaders there during dorm cleanup?
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. DC was a crazy experience. It was honestly a very awesome time, but it was a crazy experience. And
There's nothing like it, I'll tell you that.
yeah, there definitely isn't. My parents were pissed when they found out about how much I was getting paid.
Oh yeah, my parents too. They were
Dude,
like,
I told them about how I showed them my check and they're like, "That's it?" I was like,
And you came home like tan and scrawny.
"Oh, dude, yeah. Dude, you work, bro. Or serve. That's what you do."
Absolutely.
But
I told
but
during Halloween when I
we're
worked
pissing everyone off
because I
at
work
BMI.
at Party City. I told the people that like my last job was at like, you know, working DC. And I was telling them like, yeah, we didn't really get paid, like actually get paid, you know. And they were like, "You're joking, right?" And I was like, "Nope, I'm not joking. Like that is real." And they're like, "How is that even allowed?" And I said, "I don't know, dude." But it was.
I'll tell you this right now. Working at DC and I guess kind of TBI made I feel like it made other like jobs seem way easier.
Mm-hmm.
Like when I went to Walmart, they were like, "Hey, so you know, we're kind of low on staff right now. Are you able to like use a mop or do you know how to clean a restroom or do you know how to throw the trash out?" I was like, "Yeah, I'll do it." And then I would hear some of the other coworkers that complain about the trash, like, "Oh, I gotta get the trash." Bro, having to get the trash at DC or any camp, that is in like big bags
Yeah.
full, having to drag them yards.
With ice cream.
Nothing compared
Ew,
to
dude.
having to clean the compactor after a camp, having to clean the dorms after a kids camp.
Yeah.
I don't think I will ever do any work like that. I mean, I'm not trying to bash TBI or DC. I'm saying that it's just made work now look way easier than that.
Right.
Yeah.
Like whenever I take trash out of the trash cans at work, I'll literally take the bag out and it's like they're never full. It's
Yeah, yeah,
I've
yeah.
never I have yet to pick up a trash bag that was the same as one at DC.
Mm-hmm.
I just haven't or had to
Yeah.
deal with anything nasty. So yeah.
I think
I
the
would
main thing that like really helped me from DC is having communication skills.
Right.
Like,
Mhm.
dude, when I worked at Gap before, like I went to TBI, I was the worst at customer service. I was the worst because I would get social anxiety. And then going to like TBI through like that entire year we would talk out loud. We would talk to people. We would be on stage talking to
Talk in
people.
front of 1,000
Yeah.
people.
And then DC came. I would have to go on stage. I don't know why I would go on stage, but I would go on stage in front of thousands of people. And it's like, okay, I guess I'm ready for the real world, I guess. And then when I finally got like the interview at Party City, the guy that was doing my interview, my like main manager, he was like, "Oh, like because I would talk very well to him, I guess. Like
Mhm.
I just was more confident. And then I
Yeah.
got the job like spot on. And it was like, wow, that's awesome, you know? So shout out,
Yeah.
shout out TBI.
Yeah, no.
Love you.
Definitely, like TBI definitely had an impact on the way I think everyone that goes to TBI or DC,
Mhm.
like I think it makes you more outgoing, you know, not
Yeah.
afraid to like talk to someone or say hi,
Right.
you know. It's weird. I'll be
So
at the door and I'll
crazy.
be like, have a blessed day. Thank you. Thanks. Like, yeah, have a blessed day.
Where am
All
I?
right. You from BMI? Right? What? Shit.
That's funny, bro.
Yeah.
It's
My phone's at
crazy
10%.
how
I'm sorry.
okay. It's crazy how like we made friends from different places.
It blows my mind all the time.
You see, and it's crazy to me. The thing that blows my mind is that I met people like you that I don't even know. It's just so weird. It's very emotional.
It is.
It's
Yeah.
crazy. Like I would have never thought I would meet people from Corpus. And I love going to Corpus. I live 2 hours away from it. And the fact that I met Sierra, Grace, Matt, and who else lives in Corpus? Shit.
Jill.
Was that intentional? Or was it
No,
real?
I promise. I swear I wasn't doing that
I'm
on purpose.
crying.
No, Jill. Oh my god. Oh my god.
Who else did I meet? Look in my eyes.
Oh my god. Yeah, there's no going back on that one. Anyways,
I'm gonna cry myself to sleep.
No, Jill. Jesus. Oh my gosh.
Imagine
That
being
was
in
like-
a podcast with somebody you met from Corpus.
No, that was like the thing whenever I sent a video into the lifeguard group chat and I was saying I missed everyone and I didn't mention Dylan and he got mad and I was like, bro, I totally forgot about Dylan. But
How do you forget?
you know what I mean?
Dude, our
You know what I
names are
mean?
so similar. You just don't like us.
I know. Oh my god. Well, back to what I was saying. I like the like humor too. It's like the humor that I have. I can't compare it to any of the people that I have met in my whole life. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I don't have any friends. Some of my friends like have a little bit of my humor, but they don't like. I can laugh with Sierra about the same thing that I know that we're laughing at. You too, Jill. Same thing with Grace. Same thing with Matt. And it's just like I don't really necessarily have that with the people that I see every day here. And so the fact that I met people that just, you know, it was almost like it was meant to be.
Yeah.
And so
AJ told me that, Jill, we were having our little talk outside of my house.
Mhm.
And
We
he was
were
like,
talking about that.
Yeah, he was like, you know, when things are just so meant to be, he's like, that's this right now. And I wanted to cry at that moment. I wouldn't even lie to you.
Yeah, it's very emotional. It's like, it's crazy. It's weird.
It is. Because like I think I think even like the summer before TBI, I think back I had not a clue AJ even existed.
Mm-hmm.
And
Yeah.
he's honestly, AJ, you're probably the friend in my life that I've probably been closest to, and that's been closest to my family. Like no one has ever come over to my house ever like the way you have.
You need to come over. All right, just no, yeah, man. I mean, it's crazy. And you know, it's crazy to even think about too is like I don't believe that I will never stop talking to you or Jill or Matt or Grace or who else? Eric. Brian too. Like, yeah, Brian. Like, I love Brian. Like, Brian's one of my best friends. Freaking love that guy. Maybe sometimes we don't talk, but we'll send each other messages like every here and there, like, hey man, I know we're not talking, you know, blah blah blah, but you're still my homie. So it's like, yeah.
I
mean,
miss Brian. I haven't talked to Brian in such a long time.
He wanted me to play COD with him earlier, but I didn't. But yeah.
Dude, I'm happy that I get to say that I have like Brian and AJ and Sierra and like Grace, Eric, like all of you guys. I'm just glad I get to say like if I have kids, I have these people that I've grown with like over time and that have like connected with me so well,
Mhm.
because like I had friends in high school and stuff, like yeah, and sure we did have our moments where we connected very well, but like they never lasted.
Mhm.
But like I get to say that this lasted.
And I'm not trying to make this like very personal and everything. I'm not gonna go into detail, and you don't either. But I remember yes, I connected with Sierra, I connected with Grace, I connected with Matt. We all yes, hang on, Joe. I'm getting to you. Just wait.
I just don't know
I
what you're
connected
gonna
with
say.
them on a very good level. Like I was like, wow, these are my people, my family. And I always will have you guys, not just my best friend, but like y'all are lifetime people in my life, family.
Yeah.
And Jill, I was always like, me and Jill don't really talk, and we don't really have the same energy as much as Sierra, Grace, and Matt, and all them. But then I remember talking to Jill, and I remember one night, me and Jill were talking, and I was like, bro, me and Jill are low key from like the same, like,
I'm crying.
I grew up the way I grew up. I've lived in like 7 different houses with my family, and my parents were always arguing. It wasn't a very healthy household and everything. And so when me and Jill were talking about it, I was like, wow. I've always been very, it's crazy I'm talking about this on the podcast, but I've always been I still am very is humiliated, not humiliated, like embarrassed to talk about it to other people. Like I've never been like,
yeah, I know.
it's embarrassing. No one likes to go around saying that their parents argue and stuff, or the house living situations aren't healthy. And so I never talked about it. I wouldn't talk about that stuff with a lot of people, even with Sierra. Like I hadn't talked about stuff like that with Sierra or anyone. And then I was like, me and Jill started talking, and I was like, wow, like she understood me because she was from the same thing. So then me and Jill connected, and so yeah,
it's like a deeper connection.
Yeah, very
because
deep.
like we've been through the same thing basically.
Yeah, and so me and Joe were talking about it for like a while, and I was like, it felt good to talk to Jill about it because it was just like I didn't feel embarrassed because she, obviously. So it was like,
yeah, it's because like when you want to talk about these things with like people who don't really understand, it's hard. And like that's why I have a hard time talking to people about it. And that night when I like, because I think I was the one who brought it up, right?
Yeah, you were talking to me, and I was like, dude, me too. I was
yeah,
like,
yeah.
same.
And
And
like,
then you were like, what? And I was like, yeah. And I had, because I would never talk, never in my testimony, nothing.
yeah. Dude, it's crazy that I even like, I don't know what it was that made me want to even talk to you about it. And it was just like, I felt like, I don't know, I just felt so comfortable to even mention the smallest detail in my life,
Yeah.
And then you ended up saying that you like had that same thing. And I was like, what the hell? Like, that is just crazy. It's crazy.
Yeah,
Like,
it's
people are definitely put in your path for a reason.
Mm-hmm.
And like that night, for some reason, you were just there. So it happened.
Yeah, dude. I mean, it's awesome. I think it's awesome. And like, yeah, it's awesome. And I don't think there will ever be a time where I don't think I've gone a whole month without talking to Sierra, or at least sending her a snap or a tweet or replying to her or calling her. You too, Jill. I mean,
Well,
well,
I don't really talk to that many people. So
yeah, but I mean, it's okay with that. But that's just how you are, though. So I understand that's how you are. So it's different. So it's like, yeah.
I think the only other person that I ever got like really personal with was Sierra, and that was that night at DC. We were sitting. Oh my god, I had the top bunk. We were sitting on my top bunk. I started bawling. Like I was just talking to Sierra, and it's crazy because like I knew
you started bawling. Stupid. I'm sorry. Jill playing basketball just.
In her
Um,
top bunk.
On the court, I was balling, dude. I was
no, but yeah,
fucking it
like
up.
I had known Sierra for so long, you know, and then I finally like, you know what? I guess I am this like comfortable enough to be like, well, here's what's going on, Sierra, you know.
Yeah, for sure.
So I guess my thing is if just find people that you're comfortable with being with. That's all I gotta say.
Yeah.
Well, I'm glad I've made both of y'all feel comfortable. That's like, I don't know, because I love, obviously, I like people, when people can make me comfortable, I love that. Because I hate being uncomfortable, obviously. So whenever
Right.
people like, I don't know, I feel like that's just kind of like my goal with like just people in general, or like my own kids, or like even when I own a coffee shop, like just my goal is just to make everyone as comfortable as possible. So I'm glad I made you guys comfortable.
Yeah, but Sierra, I want you to know that you are like the most comforting person to be around.
Oh, but I'm gonna cry.
Like, no, I'm serious, because that is why there's so many people who like trust you and who always want to like go to you. Because
Very true.
you're like very comforting for people. And they can like confide in you, you know?
Oh.
I don't know. I'm gonna start crying.
No, stop it.
God, this podcast took a turn. I honestly low-key forgot we were recording. No, but yeah, man. I mean, it's awesome.
Yeah.
This was
I'm just
good.
crying. Can I say that?
And that's why you go to TBI after high school. Right? Right here. This right here. This is why you go.
I genuinely don't talk to like anyone else. Not anyone else, but like people from high school.
It's rare.
Jill.
Yeah, it's rare.
I talk to like Jill and maybe like one. Like, I mean, there's people where I'm like, I'll say like my happy birthdays or how are you every once in a while. But other than that, like on a daily basis, I am talking to like people from TBI all the time.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, me too.
I don't really talk to that many people.
That's like the only reason. That's like the main reason why I'm like the only place that if I were gonna move to somewhere, I would move to Corpus because that's the only place I talk to people. Like that. Why would I go to Dallas? I mean, yes, I have friends in Dallas, but like I don't have, obviously. I mean, I love everyone in Dallas,
You're
but
not
like
too close to them.
Right.
Yeah. I'm close, but not too close. So it's like yeah.
It's not like us.
Yeah. So
you know what makes me feel special?
What?
Like AJ, like I've noticed that like with you, like not in like a mean way or like at like there's no like you don't have any bad intentions with anybody, but I know if it's not me, Jill, Grace, Matt, Brian, you couldn't care less just like a little bit, if that makes any sense. Like if it's not like your close friends, like you wouldn't really put too much effort into like hanging out or being like, oh yeah, like let's plan something. And it's not in like a bad way.
Mm-hmm.
But like I know if I was like, dude, come for my birthday, you'd be like, oh yeah, like let me ask off. But if like I don't even know who, like if just someone else like not in this little group was like, AJ, can you come for my birthday? You'd be like
Mitch.
Maybe. Yeah, if Mitchell was like, can you come for my birthday? You'd be like, why? Like
why?
What am I do, bro?
Maybe, like, I don't know. Like, like it would just be like
Yeah, I know what you mean.
Honestly,
so
I'll just straight up be like, no.
Yeah. Like that, it just makes me feel special that you love me, AJ. Admit it.
Hell yeah.
Admit it.
And I think me and you have the strongest connection just because like me and Jill have too, but
no, I agree with you on that one.
I haven't had the well, I guess I have, but me and you have gone through our problems where we wouldn't talk to each other or we hated each other or I did something or you did something.
See, me and AJ have had every tough conversation in the book.
Oh yeah, that's why it's just like it's almost to the point to where you're like family, because it's like I can tell you something and like I'm not telling you as a friend, you know? It's like, yeah, we're gonna argue, but then it's kind of like that brother-sister relationship where like where like you and your, like me and Julie get into an argument and she'll be like, I hate you, or you're such an idiot, or we don't call each other idiots, but we're just like, you get into an argument with your sibling, and then the next day you're just like, hey, what's up? Or like, are you gonna go you need cereal?
I remember like me and AJ would fight. I mean, obviously we had like this time where like we'd fight pretty often, but I remember no, I wouldn't reach out first usually because I was just so like whatever, like I couldn't care less at the time. But we wouldn't not talk for longer than 4 days. And I remember like it happened a lot that after that, like either on that fourth day, it was usually on that fourth day, AJ would call. And I remember like out loud, I'd be like, well. And then I'd answer.
And we'd be like, what, bro? You don't love me, or like you don't call
like,
me and
I
stuff?
know. And I go, what? And he'd be like, Sierra. Like,
Yeah.
it's been like the 4 days, like we're fine.
Yeah.
It's so funny because like
dude.
I've witnessed you guys do that before. And I'm just like, just another day, like with Sierra and AJ.
Dude, there have been so many times where Sierra's been mad at me, and I had to like be like, fuck, I gotta apologize. Or I gotta figure out what's wrong.
Because he wouldn't think before he speaks, or he would do something. And like I remember it's so vivid. It was like remember that fight, Jill, that we had in our office, and you slapped him for me like hard, like you just like
I got you, Sierra.
I know, thanks, Jill. But me and AJ were arguing, and it was honestly, it was like nothing that just turned into something else. That my dog just went whoa in her sleep. Anyways, it was like nothing that turned into something that turned into just something else. AJ, how's your phone doing?
Nah, I was checking my what percentage I'm at. I'm at like 5.
Okay. But we argued, and it just turned in, I don't know, I was just a mess, and I was just so frustrated. And it was literally a couple days before we were leaving, and so it was that prayer culture night that just turned in, like from prayer culture to like, go, like everyone is just basically thanking everybody. And it was just such like an emotional night. And
You're an ass, dude. Don't bring this up.
No, I am gonna bring it up.
That's such an emotional day.
It was. And I remember like the thing was like, go tell like someone you're thankful for, like go tell them thank you. And so I was looking for Michelle for the longest time. And as soon as I would turn somewhere, someone like I turned and Amherst was there waiting for me. And then once I was done with her, Jada was right behind her, and then Britt was right behind her, and then Gracie, and then Jonathan popped up. But I was looking for Michelle the whole time. And so I'm looking everywhere, and then someone just tackles me, and it's AJ, but I didn't know it was AJ. So I was like, who is this? Like, and I was
Just start making out.
I'm
not.
But we were like, I was like, who is this? Because they were like sobbing, and I was like, what is going on?
I hated those moments, bro.
And then AJ was just like just like crying.
Oh, come on, dude.
Can't even tell what he's saying. And then he's just like, I hate it when we fight. And you're just like, I hate fighting with you. And like, I'm sorry. And I was like, hey, calm down. I was like, I freaked, like, it's okay, like, fine. And it was, I think like literally like 2 days had passed after that fight in the office, and AJ was a little baby. I'm just kidding.
Ambulance. I can imagine AJ like crying and like the boogers just like.
Oh my god.
On my shoulder, right?
That last night at JC was sad as hell.
I don't remember anything about that.
The last like prayer coach or whatever. Yeah, it's pretty emotional. The whole thing.
It's really sad.
So basically, if you want to meet your lifelong friends, go ahead and go to TBI's. This podcast is broadcast by TBI. Yeah, all that crap we were talking about DC. Hey, this just paid off for it. All right, you can't No one from TBI can say anything bad about what we said because we just all this is going on.
Mm-hmm.
This podcast wouldn't be possible without TBI. So it's like
True.
so
Sponsored by
technically
BMI.
we're not coming at you. So I remember one time I tweeted about bed bugs. I tweeted about bed bugs and I got in trouble for it. And I was like, nah, okay. Probably shouldn't have brought that up. But anyways.
Well, this is the end of reference.
Yeah, we're not gonna talk about that though. But yeah, my phone's at 5%.
All right, well.
But this was a great
one,
one, honestly.
This was another
one.
Yeah,
this was I like this one better than the
other one.
We're posting the last one though, AJ, because it was actually good.
I guess. You should post this one first.
People want to hear that.
Yeah.
I mean, I could post this one first
too.
I could.
Are you gonna cut this out that we're talking about it?
No.
Yeah. Yeah, don't cut this out. That's actually pretty funny.
It's
they
funny.
hear us talking about it. Yeah.
Yeah, guys. This is how we talk about all of our podcasts.
Yeah.
Why? I keep thinking like Jill's like in a convenience store or something. I don't know why. Maybe because I don't have my glasses on, so I just think there's like.
I don't know why I wasn't this close the entire time because I feel like I was so far the entire time. Jesus Christ.
Oh, you were good.
I added these photos here.
Am I on there?
No.
All right.
These are mainly like artists that I listen to. So
I got you. I know your vibe.
Yeah.
Jill, I want to
do a lot to my room.
In person.
I can show everybody my room. Oh my god.
I want to get a big TV for my room, but I'm saving money right now, Sarah.
I want to get a TV too. Put it up here in front of me.
Also, I'm trying to grow my beard out. Yeah.
Where?
Well, you see, I always grow my stash always grows out. I've been growing this out for a while.
Dude, speaking of Stash, I just met a kid named Stash.
His name is Stash?
You better believe it.
How do you spell it?
I don't know. I didn't ask him.
Is it like STACHE or like?
That's how I imagined it. I should really ask him, but
because like STASH is kind of weird,
right? But I met him, but Eric was like, dude, there's a kid named Stash here, and I was like, I love that. And so it was like him and I want to say his sister, and so I shook her hand, and this is Stash, and I was like, oh yes sir, like nice to meet you. But he was like obviously like younger than me. Real was like, hi.
Dude, that's
hi,
what
Stash.
I miss. I miss shaking everybody's hands. The amount of people's hands I would shake at TBI is crazy.
I haven't shaken a hand in a while.
COVID.
True.
All fist bumps. All
elbows, bro. Elbows.
Mm-hmm. Fist bumps or butt slaps or
right.
You haven't done those yet?
No. I think that's considered sexual assault now.
Everything's considered sexual assault, man. You can't do anything anymore. This planet is soft.
All right, let's end this.
Okay, that's where we'll end it.
All right.
Bye.
Thanks for listening. Blah, 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 blah.